Thanks, Nishant. Thanks, Nishant. Uh, a very good morning to all of you. My name is Shreesh Chandra, and I am one of the uh, co-founders of OakBridge Publishing. I stand before you to give a welcome address to all of you. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's my proud privilege to welcome you all to Vidhi Utsav, India's first legal literature festival, conceptualized and presented by OakBridge. Vidhi Utsav has been a long-cherished idea born from a wish to bring together legal experts and scholars, encourage debate, effect change, and promote the rule of law. Quite a few of you must be thinking, why legal literature? So, as in the startup world these days, they say, what is the pain that you are addressing? So, Vidhi Utsav also was conceptualized because of one of the challenges that we see people are facing in this space, mostly authors and publishers, that the reading habits are diminishing. So we thought that because of these diminishing reading habits, fewer professionals venturing into writing, because authorship is not very rewarding at this point in time, and electronic media's presence is not being used as a medium and rather is being seen as a disruptor. So we thought that we'll create a platform where we can bring legal experts, where we can bring legal luminaries, where we can bring scholars together and encourage a debate of sorts, so that people know about it. People know what content is being read, what content is valuable. And I'll just quickly share a small story. When I was in my last assignment before OakBridge, I was working very closely with Justice T.S. Thakur. He was working on the project called Courts of India. And we were the publishing partners of that project, and I had the opportunity to work very closely with him. So one day we were just having interaction, and he said, we were discussing about books, physical books versus books on electronic media. So while that discussion was going on, I asked him, because there was a lot of discussion in my office that time about how everything should transform from a book to electronic media. So since he was very kind and he used to give us time to interact with him, so I asked him, sir, what do you think about book versus electronic media? He said a very important thing which I would like to share, and all of you should take this back and keep this with you. He said that, electronic media is good, it's welcome, but book has a charm. So I said, being a publisher, so it was music to my ears. I said, yeah, sure, I understand, but why do you say so? And he said a very important thing which I'm going to share. He said, Shreesh, you know what, when we were lawyers and we used to read, while looking for a particular section in law, we used to stumble upon another section which we never wanted to read about. And that is how we became aware of many more things than we would have otherwise been. So that left a that left me with a thought that this I never thought. That, when generally professionals read, they largely are working on a particular case and they are likely to go to a particular section. But when you are doing that, you stumble upon another section and you happen to read just one line and become interested. So that was a very, very good thought, and which I carry with myself, and I often share with my friends and my fraternity friends. So I wanted to share this with you. And lastly, he said that, electronic media is great, but the smell of the book, I just can't resist it. So I just wanted to share this with you. It is in this quest that pointed us towards the thought of bringing jurists, practitioners, GCs, students, and artists under one roof, and open the floor for an eclectic mix of sessions, including panel discussions, author interviews, coaching for lawyers, holistic well-being for lawyers. We have tried to touch upon certain topics which are not generally spoken, which are not generally discussed. So things like holistic well-being. We have just added for the professionals, for the lawyers, because this was a gathering for lawyers. And we have kept certain elements which kind of are relevant to the professional's life. So holistic well-being for lawyers, personal branding for lawyers. We have some music sessions. We have a bazaar. It's an exhibition in the next hall. So where books are displayed, books are exhibited. There are some other exhibitors as well. So I would encourage all of you to go there as well and have a look at those stalls. We have some stand-up comedy to lighten the mood and few other things. Armed with this idea, we ventured out to validate it, and who better than the jurist par excellence, late Shri Fali S. Nariman, who enthusiastically encouraged us to pursue it. I still remember me and Vikesh visiting his place, and he was very kind. He was very kind. And he immediately jumped at the idea and said, I fully endorse it, and I must say that for a publishing company, this is a great idea. Please go ahead and do it. I'm so happy that you're doing it. From here began our journey of setting up an eminent board of advisors, including noted jurists, scholars, practitioners, counsels, and luminaries. And what could be a more symbolic and symbolic space for the first edition of Legal Festival than the Constitution Club of India? So that's how we began. We stand here before you, humbled by the warm response and encouragement received throughout the planning and execution stages of celebration of law, legal literature, and their influence in life. I take the opportunity to thank, firstly, my team, without whom the idea could not have been transformed into reality. My gratitude to all our advisors, speakers, sponsors, as well as to each participant who has made time to join us. We are heartened to witness this dream come true through each member on the dais and the audience today. Your participation encourages us to strive harder and come back each year with bigger and better editions of Vidhi Utsav. I may have many to thank and may have more to say, but I will pause here and let the celebration take over. Wish you all an enriching and memorable experience at Vidhi Utsav. Thank you so much.